What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
What's that? We'll get at least 3 more after films, including one with Josephine Langford and Fiennes Tiffin in the leads. We are so excited to share everything we know about the 5th installment of the After franchise with you. Just a fair warning, we are about to discuss some mind-blowing theories that include spoilers for After 4. Enjoy the video. I know, I wasn't expecting to see more of Hardin and Tessa as well, but the creators are not so cruel to leave us with such a conclusion, and instead of ending the After franchise with After Ever Happy, they decided to make yet another continuation titled After Everything. The After novels turned movie adaptation proved to be one of the most popular franchises released these last years, with it facing a lot of negative reviews but continuing the story despite people claiming that the franchise supports an unhealthy relationship. Just like Fiennes Tiffin once said, the films are not a relationship guide for viewers to follow, and we are simply here to enjoy the story. Just like the books the movie series is based on, the movie focuses on Tessa Young and Hardin Scott, the couple with the rockiest relationship in the history of cinema that started when they met in college. The movie adaptation started its journey in 2019, and ever since, the creators have released 4 movies so far that followed the titles of the 4 main After novels, titled After, After We Collided, After We Fell, and After Ever Happy. Here is why a lot of fans get confused when it was announced that the next film in the franchise will be titled After Everything. You see, the 5th book in the series is titled Before, which is basically the story of the first book, but now told from Hardin Scott's perspective. This means that the next film won't be based on Before. So, if it's not following any source material, what will After Everything be based on? We've got no idea, but we'll go through some interesting theories a bit later in the video. There's one theory suggesting that the next film will be based on the second half of the 4th novel. The most important thing for now is that the last movie of the series, After Ever Happy, ended with a to be continued note. It is also said that you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Now, let's do a quick recap, shall we? As mentioned before, the franchise focuses on Tessa Young, a character played by the amazingly talented Josephine Langford, and Hardin Scott, a character played by Fiennes Tiffin. After meeting him in college, Tessa falls in love with this bad boy, and everyone keeps telling her that she should stay away from him. But since we're talking about true love, Tessa decides to continue her relationship with Hardin. After We Fell ended with a cliffhanger and left us with many questions, so the much anticipated After Ever Happy lived on high expectations. First, we expected to see Tessa moving to Seattle after things with Hardin's relationship with his biological father get complicated. In the 4th film of the franchise, Tessa and Hardin are now at a college and live their lives separately. Tessa has moved to New York, where she works as a waitress and tries to get into college, while Hardin has won over his alcohol addiction and is now, believe it or not, a published author. The weirdest thing was that the film ends on a sad note with Tessa unhappy by the fact that Hardin made their private lives public after he wrote his first novel based on their relationship.
A better version of myself, and I haven't tried to better myself ever, really.
So, will they end up together after all? Most definitely. I mean, it would be weird if they finished the franchise with an open end, right? Seeing such a conclusion to After Ever Happy was a bit weird because we all thought the story was over when shortly after the premiere, Fiennes Tiffin revealed some surprising news. In a video posted to the official After Instagram account, the actor announced that the cast and crew have recently wrapped up filming a 5th after the film titled After Everything. As Hero says in the video, the plot, the cast, and every detail regarding the 5th installment is currently kept under wraps. But when it comes to cast members, we know that our favorite leads would be back because both Hero and Josephine were tagged in the movie's Instagram announcement, which means that they both are going to be reprising their roles in After Everything, which is, sadly, not the case with the 2 additional movies that will be released following the premiere of the 5th installment. The big question is, what will After After Everything be about? Your guess is as good as mine. As mentioned before, the plot details for the upcoming film are kept under wraps, but we do know that the 5th book in the series by Anna Todd, titled Before, serves as a prequel to Hardin and Tessa's love story. After Everything won't be a prequel film simply because the name itself suggests that the film will be a direct continuation of After Ever Happy. The weirdest thing is that the next film has no source material to follow, leaving the writers freedom when it comes to how to end the franchise. Anna Todd, the author of the popular novels, will most definitely get involved in the making of the film, but the story of After Everything remains a secret. A trailer for the upcoming movie hasn't been released yet, and we don't expect to see one soon. Filming just wrapped, and considering the schedule of the franchise, the trailer will drop about half a year before the movie's release date. The first official trailer for After Ever Happy debuted in July, and the film came out in September. We might see a trailer sometime in the summer of 2023, with the 5th film of this series coming out in the fall of the same year. This only brings us to, is this the last movie? No, this won't be the last installment in the series, although it would be the last to feature Josephine Langford and hero Fiennes Tiffin in the lead roles. A prequel and a next-generation sequel are currently in the works, according to Teen Vogue. The director, who worked on both After We Fell and After Ever Happy, will return as both the writer and director for the projects. The After universe just keeps expanding, she said, adding that the fandom and how excited they are and their input, it really does inspire all of us as creators every single day. Based on the announcement, the upcoming prequel will be based on the novel titled Before, in which the story of Hardin and Tessa is told through Hardin's perspective, but this time we'll also see the life of Hardin before he met the love of his life. He's gone through a lot of trauma in his family life and in his relationships, and we'll see more of that messiness before he meets Tessa, and how that experience changes him, Landon said. Since the film will feature events before the male lead met Tessa, hero Fiennes Tiffin will not reprise the role, and a younger actor will be cast for the part. The next generation sequel will focus on Tessa and Hardin's children, Emery and Auden, and their cousin Addie. These characters are first introduced in the novel After Ever Happy. Emery, Auden, and Addie are quite beloved by the fans. We've all gotten a lot of inquiries about what happens with the kids, Landon says. It's really amazing to see how interested the fan base is in these characters, even though they're really only superficially introduced in the books. People have latched onto them because their love for Hardin and Tessa. Sadly, Joe and Hero won't return to reprise their roles in this film because the film will start off with a big time jump. Langford said she was offered a deal to appear in the film, but she refused because she believes the end of Hardin and Tessa's story will be featured in the 5th installment of the series. She also said that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. Both of these films will be filmed back-to-back this year, with more information regarding the projects to come soon. We'll see you in the next videos.